Hi everyone, so welcome to another episode of Talking Futures, and I'm Alex from the Berkshire College of Agriculture. And today we are joined by David Guile, who is an executive coach and business consultant. Hi David.
Hello there. Hi.
Hi there. So you're an executive coach and business consultant. That's what you sort of do. Do you mind, for some of the BCA students who might not know exactly what that means, do you mind sort of telling everyone about what you do?
Sure. Yes, I'm an executive business coach and leadership coach, and I work with individuals, with emerging leaders, and with executives, and I help them to achieve their personal goals. So coaching is about some form of change and some form of action, and I work with individuals to help them to maximize their potential, whether that's personally or professionally. So there could be a number of issues or areas that I work with people, such as time management, perhaps trying to get the best out of your team. How do I become a more effective communicator? So there's various issues that I coach individuals in, and it's all about being a better version of yourself and improving your performance so that you can maximize your potential. It's like if you think about an athlete doesn't get a high performing, doesn't get where they are by themselves. They have a coach. So they work on a one-to-one basis with somebody who helps them to achieve their potential through setting goals, through giving feedback, through motivating them, to helping them achieve what they want to achieve.
Okay, wow, amazing. So how did you sort of get into that? Was there like an inspiration that made you get into coaching, or how did you get into that?
Well, my career has evolved over sort of the last 35 years. I'm showing my age there. But for the first 30 years, I was in the hotel world. So I worked in a hotel and I worked my way up within the business. And then 6 years ago, I trained to become an executive leadership coach. And what I enjoyed when I was working in the hotel sector was the working with teams. I was passionate about working with teams, about growing individual potential, getting the best out of people. And I think when you work in that busy environment in hotels, I really enjoyed the people sector. And as a result of my experience within the hotel sector, it really motivated me to really focus on one particular area, which is all about people development.
Okay, amazing. And you've actually released a book called Potential: Find It, Own It, Work It, which is available to buy on Amazon.
Oh yes, it is available on Amazon. Yes, correct.
Great. So obviously in the world of education, as educators, we have that important job of trying to push students to become the best version of themselves that they can be. And I guess that crosses into a lot of what you do with different businesses. Yes. What coaching advice would you give to students to reach their full potential?
Gosh, that's a good question. I think it's important for students or for anyone to have some sort of goal. Where are you trying to get to? It doesn't have to be an inspirational, long-reaching goal, but set yourself a goal or a target and work towards it, or almost work back from it. What do I have to do to reach this particular result or this particular target? And give yourself that focus and discipline to actually achieve it. And I think as well, in terms of goals and coaching and improving your own performance, I think it's great to get some feedback and to really listen to that feedback, and as a result of that feedback, do something differently that improves your performance. And if you make mistakes, which we all do and we all will do, don't get downhearted about making a mistake. Learn from it, pick yourself up, learn from that mistake, and do something better as a result of that.
Yeah. And I think for a lot of students who are probably 16 to 18, coming up with these goals can be quite a scary thought and is quite a big ask.
Sure.
How would you go about creating these goals? Are they like big? Are they small?
Well, I think it's people will set goals in their own different ways. It just depends. I would set a realistic goal that can be achieved, but it's something that you have to, work a little bit harder and think about to actually get there. So set achievable but challenging goals, and they're small steps. Coaching is about taking small steps to be able to look back and see that you've come on you've made a journey. So set some goals. It might be the fact that, by the end of this year or by the end of next month, I want to have achieved this, this, and this. If you're looking for a new job, by the end of next month, I want to have applied to 5 different companies, put in 5 different applications. So set some achievable goals that will help you get to where you want to get to ultimately.
Okay. And in terms of like your personal goals, I guess, then was there like a particular job or experience that helped you get to where you are now?
Well, I think when I started in the hotel industry, I set a goal that I wanted to be a general manager of a hotel by the time I was 30 years old. So I started in the hotel world at 20. So, I always aspired to be a general manager. And, there's lots of steps that you take before you become a manager of a hotel. You originally learn. So in the first couple of years, I learned all the trade of each department, and then you get some junior management positions and work your way up. But I think it's always good to have some form of goal or aspiration to work towards. But at the same time, you need to be flexible as well. If your goal doesn't work out, set a new goal. There's different ways to, getting to where you want to get to, and, let the path take its course sometimes.
Absolutely. And I imagine with your large number of clients that you work with on like a day-to-day basis in your coaching career, you'll see just about everyone. And so what skills have you seen potentially in people that make them great team members or make them stand out as particularly employable?
Yeah, no, great. For me, it's about attitude. It's about a can-do attitude. It's about somebody who's got energy and is positive, and energizes other people. I think that's so important. And as team members, being a key part of that team, knowing the role that you can play, doing your role well, and supporting and engaging well with others. I mean, the team members that I've seen that have grown within a business, have that positive attitude. They have that energy. They interact well with others. And I also mentioned in the book about it's important, to get noticed, so that if you are ambitious and you want to get to the next level, think about how you can stand out and how you can get noticed, but for all the right reasons. Sort of let what you do sort of shine and let your results speak for themselves. So it's a strong work ethic as well, and a passion, but it's about energy and positivity.
And without asking you too much about your book, because obviously you want the students to go out and read that themselves, how would a student go and potentially get themselves noticed in the right reasons?
Well, yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, one, is work hard. Another is, get on well with your boss, come up with some great ideas, come up with solutions to problems, show your initiative, be creative, be a good team player, and contribute as much as you can. And I've always said, let your results and your work ethic and your energy do the talking for you, but build relationships. I think that's important as well.
No, definitely. And so if we go back to when you were maybe an 18-year-old and just leaving school and trying to figure out what you wanted to do, is there any advice that you would maybe give to like your 18-year-old self?
Yeah, I need to think about that. It's a long time ago. But I think when I was 18, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't have any career path whatsoever, or no idea at all. So I think the first thing is, don't worry if you don't know what you want to do, because as you grow, things will evolve. So I think first of all, don't worry that you don't know what you're going to do. Take opportunities as they arise. I think that's really important, and make the most of the opportunities that you're given. And I think the other thing I would say is that try and do something that you enjoy and that you're passionate about, because you are in work a long time. So you want to do something that energizes you, and that you generally enjoy doing. So I think that would be what I would say to myself.
Yeah, definitely. That's such good advice. And my final question is what I finish every interview with. And what is your biggest tip for potentially a BCA student who might try and follow in your footsteps and either get into the hotel industry or get into the coaching aspect of it?
Okay. I think one of my biggest tips would be, in terms of coaching, you may have to have a stepping stone before you get into coaching, to get some form of business experience. But not all some coaches will go direct from college and do a coaching course, and evolve that way. So I think first of all, is about, be very clear about what you want to achieve, and how you feel you want to go about it. In terms of tips, and getting into the hotel world, a great range of opportunities, and get in with find a position, even if it is you go in as a housekeeping assistant or a catering assistant, or you work on reception. Get into a hotel and then make the most of that opportunity, because I've seen so many people maybe go in as a housekeeping assistant or a receptionist and end up as a head of department or junior management or a general manager. So get into a business and then make the most of the opportunities that you're given.
Amazing. And then the hotel aspect of it. So did you know that was what you wanted to? So you got out of 18 and you went into the hotel side.
Yeah, I did. I mean, at 18, I went and worked abroad for a couple of years as a tour rep, and I still didn't really know what I wanted to do. If I could spend my time just being a tour rep out in the summer, I would have done that. But I felt I needed to actually, start thinking about a longer term career. So I just applied to a local hotel and got a job as a trainee receptionist. And I stayed with that company for 30 years and worked my way all the way up the business. So I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I found that I enjoyed working with people. I really enjoyed the buzz of hospitality. And I found as well in the hotel world, which a lot of students will find, that if you are ambitious and you're hardworking, being in the hotel and hospitality sector, you can get promotion very, very quickly. So if you are ambitious, you can grow within that business quite quickly. And that appealed to me, that a lot of managers were in their late 20s, early 30s. You didn't have to wait a long time if you showed that work ethic and that ambition. So yeah, it's a great industry to be in.
Oh, definitely. We've got quite a lot of our business students that do their industry placements at hotels, so I'm sure that's really good advice for them. So, well, thank you so much for talking to me, Sir David. It was honestly really, really good advice that you've given to our students. So, thank you so much for your time.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks.